Hello everyone and welcome back to Churchillionaire. Before we get into the real facts about the UK's 2025 budget, let's actually talk about the Chancellor herself, Mrs Rachel Reeves. The Chancellor earns over £160,000 a year, so while normal people are choosing between heating and eating, she's on a six-figure salary telling the country to tighten their belts. That's easy to say when you're never the one tightening anything. And remember, political parties don't run on thin air. They get donations from big companies, wealthy supporters, and unions. Meanwhile, the everyday people, the smokers, the drivers, the renters, and the workers, they're the ones paying for every tax rise. And here's the mad part. The Chancellor herself is actually allowed to drink alcohol during the budget speech. She can sit there sipping whiskey while announcing rises that hit people who can't even afford a pint or a vape. The people getting squeezed are the ones paying for their luxuries. Before this budget even dropped, we were told, no tax rises, no surprises, everything will be fair and responsible. They kept repeating it over and over again, almost like they were trying to convince themselves. So as we go through the video, I'll let you decide whether they held their promises or not. And if you like straight talking money breakdowns with no fancy jargon, hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Okay, first of all, let's talk about driving and transport. Well, fuel duty. Fuel duty has been frozen again, not cut, frozen. The 5p temporary cut from years ago has been extended again until September 2026, so it means that petrol and diesel still stay expensive. And if you thought going electric saves you, the new pay per mile tax for EVs and plug-in hybrids starts in 2028. So whether you pay at the pump or plug into the wall, the government now wants to charge you per mile on top. You just can't win. And even regulated rail fares, they're frozen next year. That sounds good until you realise that the train still costs more than running a car. Electricity and gas. Electricity and gas bills, they're still high. Standing charges are still up, but they've taken green levies off energy bills. Sounds great, except they're now paying for it through general taxation instead. So you'll save £88 a year on average on your energy bill while paying for it somewhere else. The two-child benefit cap. The two-child benefit cap is being scrapped. Universal credit is rising slightly, but rent, food and council tax swallow it the second it hits your account. So in real life, you feel no better off. And single parents, you might earn a bit more, but childcare bills, travel and food take it all away instantly. Pensions. State pension goes up by 4.8% under the triple lock, but inflation on essentials again, food, rent, heating, takes more of it than what you're gaining, so pensioners fall behind too. Cash ISAs are capped at £12,000 a year for under 65s. Savings and interest and dividends are taxed more. Taxes. The freeze to income tax and national insurance thresholds is being extended for 3 more years, all the way to 2028. That means as wages rise, more and more people are falling into higher tax brackets. It's a rise without calling it a rise. Fiscal drag. This alone is expected to pull in £8 billion extra. The whole budget raises £26 billion extra a year by 2029. Not small money. But what is small money is the minimum wage. Although it's rising for over 21-year-olds, it goes up 4.1%, taking them to £12.71 an hour, and 18 to 20-year-olds go to £10.85 an hour. If you're on full-time minimum wage, that's roughly £900 extra a year before deductions. Sounds right, yeah? No, until council tax, food prices and fuel and energy nibble that away. Even salary sacrifice, normally a tax-efficient way to save, has a new £2,000 cap. Everything you try to do to get ahead just gets taken off of you. Mansion tax. A new mansion tax has come in for homes worth more than £2 million. They're going to be facing a council tax surcharge. Great for raising money, but it'll ripple down into renters and property prices eventually. Mortgage holders, there's nothing for you. Your payments stay high, your bills stay high, and council tax goes up. You're squeezed from every angle. And now for the weird stuff. A tax on sugary drinks is being extended to pre-packaged milkshakes and lattes from 2028. At this point, it honestly feels like they've just spun a big wheel in the treasury. It's gone click, 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 click. Oh, milkshakes. And someone's gone, yeah, let's just tax them next. They've rinsed everything else, so now they're coming for our milkshakes. You can't buy a house, you can't afford a car, food is up, bills are up, and now you can't even enjoy a milkshake or a latte without getting taxed for it. And don't forget the smokers. Tobacco duty is rising again, meaning rolling tobacco and cigarettes are going up even more. Vaping liquids, yep, they're getting hit too. So even the cheaper alternative isn't cheap anymore. Remote gaming duty, online casino tax, is rising from 21% to 40% in 2026. So even your Friday night casino flutter costs more. According to the Institute for Fiscal Studies, disposable income in the UK will grow by only 0.5% a year for the next 5 years. That's truly dismal. Between the mid-80s and the mid-2000s, we used to grow more than 2% a year. We're living with the weakest income growth in modern history. The Office for Budget Responsibility said the overall impact is simple. Taxes will go up by around £26 billion a year by the end of the decade. So while the Chancellor tells us this is all fair and sustainable, most experts are saying the exact opposite. Higher taxes, squeezed incomes, and households are left worse off. But hey, I guess someone's doing alright. Merry Christmas, Mrs. Reeves. Honestly, I'm glad someone's having one, and I mean it from the bottom of my overdraft. So here's my Churchillian advice. Don't wait for the government to fix your finances. Check your payslip regularly, compare your bills, keep your debts low, and switch to better bank accounts and deals, because that's where you'll claw something back. My next video is covering the best bank accounts and which ones will give you bonuses. So if you want to actually fight back a bit against this budget, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, and remember, why be a billionaire when you can be a Churchillionaire? Quick disclaimer before we finish, I'm not a qualified financial advisor, I'm just a bloke breaking this down in plain English. Don't make big money decisions based on this video. Always do your own research or speak to a professional if you're unsure. If this video has helped you understand the budget a little bit more, or you want to know anything else, drop a comment, share it with a mate, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.